Hello, friend. Today I'm going to share about a second chance company.
And I'm going to share an emergency app that gives alternatives to 911. Let's get to it.
My Cool Sheet is a company and a foundation, and this is Dave's Killer Bread. Ooh, this is awesome bread. It is all organic. It is so tasty. It's got whole grains, seeds, and nuts. They make bread and bagels, English muffins, former Cool Sheet, nutrition bars, so good. But beyond the taste and health aspects, this company was founded on something that is just as healthy, in my opinion. This is getting a second chance. So let me tell you a little story here. The company started in 2005. Dave Dahl and his nephew Shobi sold some loaves of bread at the Saturday Market in Portland, Oregon. For Dave Dahl, this was more than just taking a few loaves of bread to the market. It was the beginning of a new chapter in his life. They had all been bakers in his family, but he had some issues that led him into prison for a total of 15 years. But he had a pivotal moment when he was in prison. He realized there was more that he wanted to do, and so he came back to his family bakery. And with his older brother, Glenn, they started making this happen. And so Dave was working, and along with Glenn, and along with Shobi. Shobi was a student of mine. I didn't even know this about Shobi when I had him in class. Lovely, lovely human being. And I discovered this when Shobi came back to Willamette University, gave a talk about everything they were doing, especially with Dave's Killer Bread Foundation. This was created in 2015 to inspire and equip other businesses to adopt second chance employment. This is all about this lack of information and understanding about employing people with criminal backgrounds and how it can make businesses hesitant to hire these people. And so the Dave Killer's Bread Foundation aims to change this. So they help educate organizations, and they are really trying to help this part of our population. So along with the link to Dave's Killer Bread, which is amazing bread and you should try it, I love it, there will also be a link to the foundation itself. Dave's Killer Bread.
Yes, I love Dave's Killer Bread. It's one of my favorite breads by far. In fact, I have some
Yay!
here. When you talked about it, I was like, hey, I have some. I just had some of this bread this morning.
Oh, that's the kind I have. I have had some today too.
Yeah, 21 whole grains and seeds. I mean, forget 12 grains. That's
yes.
for weenies. We're talking about 21 grains. But it is. And, you know, even people I think that don't like grainy bread, this bread is really good.
Yes.
You know, they have a really good foundation of it's organic. There's not as many preservatives as some other breads. It's really good. It's really, unless I make my own, kind of the only store-bought bread I get. And the English muffins, yes. I've tried different varieties, and Dave's is the best.
It is the best.
By far.
And can I say, this is not an advertisement.
No.
They're not paying us. We're not getting anything.
I wish they would sponsor us. So
yeah, right.
Killer bread all the time. They have, and this full disclosure, they have sponsored TEDx Salem multiple years.
Oh, that's great.
So they are super cool about giving back to also local nonprofits and good organizations. They're just, they're such a cool company. I love them.
Yes.
And it's delicious. That's the most important thing.
Oh, it's
of course.
great.
It's so good. So thank you so much. I'm really hungry now.
You're so welcome.
I can't wait to dig into some more bread.
Yes.
All right. All right, my cool sheet is going to be an app, and this app is Subdial. So Subdial is a digital app designed and developed by Big Human that provides first responders options for incidents involving mental health, domestic disturbances, non-urgent crimes, homelessness, and more. It is estimated that 80% or more of 911 calls don't require a police response. More than 240 million calls to 911 are made each year. The overwhelming majority are not emergency and event related to crimes in progress. So, and also allocating money towards drug treatment so it's taking that money they could save from the cops always having to come out. You could allocate that money towards drug treatment and save the city hundreds of thousands of dollars in crime-related costs. So their kind of philosophy is becoming familiar with agencies and community resources beyond law enforcement to help ensure safer, more effective outcomes for everyone involved. They have bookmarks for quick resources and quick access, keywords, search filtering on this app, Resources are categorized with different detailed entries. It's a really nice design too. It's like got these little icons on it. So if you're saying, okay, this person is having a mental health crisis, you click on the app and then it goes right to your local area of numbers directly where you can go and who you can call for help. And the best thing about it, it's all free. This actually came out of the Black Lives Matter movement, so this is something really positive that came out of this movement. I know that has divided some, but who doesn't want better response, more suitable response, so it frees up police to do the jobs that actually matter where they're needed, because sometimes they can be taking care of something that someone else could have dealt with while another crime is happening that needs their immediate attention, but they're preoccupied, and then something worse happens over there. It's such a good idea. I love this app so much. Subdial.
I am astounded by those statistics you just
Yeah.
gave. I mean, I'm still kind of like, what? Like, and then just the disbursement of energy going to, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I knew it was high. I
Yeah,
figured
I
it was
know.
maybe like in the 50%, but 80 range is mind-blowing to me.
Oh my,
that-
yeah.
But it makes sense, you know, when we think about something and we need help, we just call the police. Even if you're not calling 911, if you're calling a non-emergency number, you're still calling the police. When
Right.
it does make sense. A lot of the times it's a different issue. Domestic abuse could be someone else. If it's not escalated, obviously if it's dangerous, and this will be the decision of the first responder a lot of the time. This doesn't have to be just a Joe Public person. But if you do see something, you could possibly use that app and call it as well, as long as it's not a life-threatening thing and maybe someone else is taking care of it, but you don't want to really call 911. You think, oh, this is someone homeless that maybe needs some help, they're having some
Yeah.
issues, you can call somebody else, depending on the situation. First responders would be more tuned, I think, to really know when to
Right.
use it or not use it, or use 911. But just to have more avenues, have more
Yeah.
options for people to use, and like I said, it's free. It doesn't get any better than that. And plus, even if it's not an emergency like a situation, maybe you just don't, maybe you're experiencing domestic violence and you just don't know who to call. Boom, you can go to this app, you can check it out, get some help for your friend right away. You know,
Oh, yeah.
Just a really good way. It doesn't have to be like this immediate moment, just a good list of resources.
Right. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Very important resource.
Yeah.
And so for anyone who wants to find out links for any of these, all of our show notes are at 10bestest.com/body. Thank you for joining us, friend. I'm Karen McFarland Holman.
And I'm Brian Hart.
Let us know in the comments, have you ever eaten Dave's Killer Bread?
Yeah. And let us know, have you ever heard of Subdial and when do you use it?
If you're enjoying the show, please give us a like and share it with a friend.
Stay tuned tomorrow for another great show.
And don't forget to stay curious.